Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Dua, a consultant clinical psychologist, and today we'll be talking about communication in autism. So, if you're watching this, there is a good chance that you are worried about your child's communication. You may have wondered, will my child ever talk? Am I doing something wrong? Should I be pushing more? And if you have ever felt that knot in your chest when your child couldn't express what they needed, this video is for you. Let me say this clearly, gently, and early. Your child is communicating. Even if they are not using words, you are not failing them. Okay? In fact, one of the most powerful things you can do for an autistic child is to stop treating speech as a goal and start treating connection as a goal. Okay, so today we are going to talk about how communication really works for autistic children, and I'll share some techniques with you, why forcing speech often backfires, and how to support your child in ways that feel safe, respectful, and effective. So, no pressure, no shame, no fixing, just understanding. Okay, so many parents are taught directly or indirectly that speech equals success. But communication is much bigger than spoken words. Communication includes eye movement, gestures, sounds, body positioning, facial expression, reaching, pulling, avoiding behavior, and silence. Okay? So, for many autistic children, speed is neurologically expensive. Okay, it requires coordination, timing, sensory regulation, emotional safety, and motor planning all at once. So, when a child doesn't speak, it is often not because they don't want to, because their nervous system can't access speech in that moment. Okay, so a child who feels safe communication more. Okay, a child who feels pressured communication less. Okay, so now first let's discuss what happens when speech is forced. Okay, forcing speech can look subtle. It might sound like, say it, use your words, I know you can talk, don't point, tell me. Even when said kindly, these messages can land as I am not allowed to communicate unless I do it your way. Okay? Always remember everyone's perception is different, and the way they perceive the world is different. So please try to understand them. Even I know that you are parents, then this session is for you as well. Please comment me below. I just want to initiate training as well, therapeutic training as well, in which I can teach you all the therapies. So you guys can comment me below. Let me know if you're interested, so I can arrange it online live. It would be really easy for you to communicate with me one-on-one, and I'll take your questions too, and I'll share techniques with you from multiple therapies, and we can discuss that for every symptom of autism, for every issues you are facing. We'll discuss that, okay, so that you guys can have better insight, because a child stays all the time with you. Okay, so parents are very important. Okay, so the way you treat them, the therapeutic interventions that you are using also plays a great role. So over time, this can lead to, if you're forcing them, it will lead to shutdowns, increased meltdowns, avoidance, anxiety around interaction, and loss of trust. Some children stop trying to communicate at all, not because they don't have anything to say, but because it doesn't feel safe to try. Communication grows best in environments where all forms of expression are honored. If it is noticed, not corrected, and the child feels successful before they speak. And then understanding your child's communication system. Every autistic child has a unique communication profile. Okay? And ask yourself, why does my child ask for help? Okay? How do they say no? How do they show interest? How do they show distress? Okay, some children communicate through leading you by the hand, giving objects, repeating sounds, scripting from shows, and using behaviors to signal needs. And these are not bad habits. They are adaptive strategies. When you respond to these signals respectfully without demanding speech, you are teaching your child, my communication works, I am understood. So, that belief is the foundation of all future language development. In non-verbal and alternative communication. Supporting communication without speech may include gestures and pointing. Respond as if it were spoken language. And visual support, pictures, choice boards in schedules. And AAC is argumentative and alternative communication. I have already uploaded a video on it. You guys can watch it as well. And tablets, picture cards, symbol system, they do not prevent speech. Research shows they often support it. Okay, so sounds in partial words. A sound counts, a syllable counts, a look counts. Communication is about being understood and not being perfect. And one of the most important things that I want to share with you is whatever your child is doing, please appreciate them. Whatever positive step they are taking, or the way they are communicating, the way they are doing the things. If, for instance, if they know how to dress up, and if they know like how to do so, whatever the step they are taking towards the learning phase, you always have to appreciate it. You always have to give them incentive. It shouldn't be like, you're giving them like a big things. No, 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 no. You can give them a chocolate. You can give them something. Oh, yes. I've already made a video on what food is best for autism, and I have shared some food there as well, nutrition, so you guys can check that video. I have made autism therapeutic series playlist. You guys can go and check that and check the video there. It would really help you. Okay, so which food is best for them and which food is not best for them, you guys can use it. Okay, it would really help you for this speech and everything. Okay, so whatever steps they are taking, you always have to appreciate it. You always, like for instance, if they have pointed it somewhere, if they're asking for something, if they have just said a one word, you have to tell them like, oh, you have done a great thing. You can, you can praise them because your appreciation matters to them a lot. And then they would feel safe there. Okay, and they would feel like, okay, this is my safe space. I can They can share your things with you very easily. It would be really easier for them to communicate through this, okay, and they would feel really safe there. So before any technique works, one belief has to change. Like, the goal is not speech, okay, the goal is safety and connection. When the child feels safe and they'll feel connected, then they'll start sharing communication with you. Even in adults too, you once you met someone, it's your first meeting with them, you want to communicate with them, very frankly, in very good positive way, like, you'll share everything. No, 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 no. So with some time, when you would get to know, like, this person is a very good person, okay, they can unconditionally support me and all. So you start keep on sharing your things with them. So same goes for the children as well. Then they would know that this is their safe space. They're getting incentives. They're getting praise. So then they will feel safety, and they feel the connection. Then they will start communicating with you in a better way. Okay. So autistic children communicate best when their nervous system feels safe, unrushed, and unjudged. Okay. When communication feels like a test, the nervous system shifts into protection. And when it feels like connection, communication opens naturally. Okay, everything below works because it lowers pressure. Okay, then model language without demanding it. Instead of asking a child to repeat words, be the example. So your child reaches for juice. You can say calmly, juice. The child points to a toy. You say, car. You're offering language, not requesting it. And with imitation, they can learn that. Okay, imitation, observational learning. That will help a lot. And for many autistic children, hearing language when feeling safe allows their brain to absorb patterns, connect meaning to sound, and practice internally. A speech often begins internally long before it appears outwardly. Okay, so what to avoid? Say it, use your words. I know you can talk. No, please don't use these. Okay, even gentle pressure can interrupt processing, so be very mindful while using these things. Pause longer than feeling comfortable. Autistic processing often takes extra time. Many children understand immediately, respond slowly. Even if we fill the silence, repeat instructions, or rush, the child loses their chance to respond. And what to do? Say less, wait more, count silently to 10 before repeating anything. And why this matters? The brain needs time to organize thoughts, regulate sensory input, and plan motor movement. Speech requires motor planning, not just thinking. When you pause, you are saying, I trust your timing. And respond to meaning, not form. If you understand what your child is trying to communicate, respond. It does not need to be spoken clearly, grammatically correct, fully formed. A sound, a look, a gesture counts. Okay? For example, your child grunts and points towards the door. Instead of correcting, respond, oh, you want to go outside? Why this work? The child learns my communication works and I'm understood. And after some time, they say the word outside. Okay, want outside, want to go outside. So the vocabulary we keep on developing. Okay, so that feeling creates confidence, motivation, willingness to try again. And connection too early teaches trying is risky. Okay, so validate before you translate. Many children stop communicating when they feel misunderstood emotionally. Before interpreting or redirecting, validate the feeling. For example, I see you are frustrated. That was too loud for you. You wanted that to go differently. Then gently add language if appropriate. You wanted help. And why this matters is emotional validation calms the nervous system and regulated nervous system communication more. No child communicates well while dysregulated. Create a low pressure communication environment. Communication grows best when there is no performance, no audience, and no urgency. And I will share some practical ways. Talk during shared activities, not testing moments. Sit beside, not across. Remove eye contact demands and follow the child's focus. Think parallel interaction, not face to face interrogation. Okay. Accept all forms of communication as real communication. It includes AAC devices, picture cards, leading by the hand, scripting from shows, and repetitive sounds. These are not obstacles to speech, these are bridges. When a child feels successful communicating without speech, speech becomes less scary, not more. Okay? So, co regulate before you expect communication. If a child is overwhelmed, talking will not help. Teaching will not stick. Language access is reduced. Okay? First, regulate, lower your voice, slow your movements, reduce stimulation, and offer presence, not questions. Okay? Communication returns after regulation, not before. So, notice and praise effort, not outcome. Instead of praising words, praise attempts, praise engagement, praise connection. For example, I like how you showed me. Thank you for telling me. You worked hard to share that. This builds internal safety instead of performance anxiety. Okay. And when they will feel safe and when they know, and then your body language matters a lot. Just remember you to, okay, your non-verbal gestures, your own behavior matters a lot. Okay, my dear parents, please remember that. Over time, gender support teaches my communication is valid. I'm not rushed. I'm not wrong. I'm safe to try. And from that safety, communication expands. Language becomes more accessible and trust deepens. Okay. So, if communication feels hard right now, it does not mean that it always will. Okay. Many autistic children communicate more, not less, when pressure is removed. Okay. You're not giving up on your child, you're giving them room. And that room is often where this voice grows. And you know what real progress looks like? Progress may look like more eye contact, more gestures, more shared attention, less distress, more initiation. Speech often becomes often it the speech often comes after safety, not before it. Okay, and sometimes a child may never use spoken language and still live a full, meaningful, and connected life. Speech is one form of communication. It is not the measure of your child's worth of intelligence. Okay? If there is one thing I want you to take from this video, it's this: your child is not refusing to communicate. Okay? They're communicating in their ways available to them. Because it also matters on the level of severity your child is in. Okay? So please, you guys are really grateful, should be really grateful, and you guys are working really hard. My whole support is with you. Don't ever lose hope. See, we are here for you. We are here to support you. You are not alone. Okay, don't feel hopeless. I'm here for you. I'm here. You guys can connect with me anytime. Please don't feel alone. Okay, so when you listen, really listen. You're teaching them that their voice matters even before it becomes audible. And this is how trust grows. This is how communication expands. This is how communication begins. So you are not late, you are not failing, you are learning your child's language, and that matters more than words. Okay? So if you like the video, please like it, press the bell icon, subscribe my channel, comment me below, and thank you so much for watching the video. Stay connected. I'll keep on sharing more videos with you, and I have made autism therapeutic series. You guys can go and check the playlist on my channel, and you guys can play it and check that what's useful for you, and we can have a training series too. You guys can comment me below if you want. We'll start that too. See you soon in the next video. Till then, take care. Goodbye.